even in this, let's say the Drake Kendrick thing, it wasn't really about the bars.
Yeah.
This was who was talking the most shit about each other. This was like a reality show. Who had the most receipts? And it was wildly entertaining.
Oh, for sure.
But it wasn't about, like if you go back to some of the, I think Hit 'Em Up was, well, nah, no Vaseline. It was a bunch of stuff that started talking like, who could talk the most shit about? But even let's take Ice Cube's No Vaseline. He talked shit about MWA the whole record, but it was written.
When it comes to your feet, eBay got your back. With eBay's authenticity guarantee, real experts are checking your sneakers. Every stitch down to the sole. A timeless yet hard to find sneaker that will never go out of style. For me, first off, wearing a size 14 shoe is not idealistic when shoe shopping. So I feel like when I go shoe shopping, finding a shoe that's my size is that shoe. Whatever you're adding to the lineup next, head to eBay. From the drop to your doorstep. eBay does not play no games with your sneaker game. Just look for that blue check mark. Ensure your next purchase is the real deal. Visit ebay.com for terms.
And it used to be who had better bars, who could bring this energy lyrically.
For sure.
It's like, this is what it's about. I'm better than you. Mm-hmm. Not, I got more dirt on you.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of happened with the Kendrick Drake thing. But, like it started off real mid and then it just.
And I will preface this statement by my ignorance to the history of music. Let me just say that. But it felt like, even when Family Matters dropped with Drake and then Euphoria with Kendrick, that was like 3 songs in one. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, I haven't really paid a lot of attention to it, and the Kanye thing, right? Kanye's brilliance was like, yo, I'm gonna start it off with this melody, this beat. Mid-song, just go to a whole different flow or melody, and then boom, go to a transition to another song and potentially may bring it back or not. And then you realize like, yo, for 1 minute and 30 seconds, it was one beat, a whole nother minute or 30 seconds was another beat, and then another 2 minutes, that's how you got 6 minutes of an actual song. I was thinking while I was listening to those tracks, I'm saying to myself like, yo, it was 3 different beats, 3 different tempos, and they showed their rap stamina and artistry within those body of works, amongst other songs too. Not to say that they're the only ones to have done it or did it, but I just was thinking around that time, while I was listening, I was like, yo, like this is a whole nother song.
The creativity of it was always amazing. So the Drake record, which had the 2 AI voices on it, was like, okay,
I didn't even hear that. I know. Me personally, I was like, come on, Drake.
I like the ingenuity of it only because what we in now is this technology era. And I thought it was a cool, creative thing to do. To speak at it from this person's voice. To speak at it from this person's voice. That was the only thing I thought was creative. Like, I thought that was creative.
Okay, I'll put it like this. The only reason why I didn't appreciate that track was because you're already fighting allegations of AI and ghostwriting. So why would you put, whether you wrote the verse or whatever, and put it in a way that you're not speaking it in your voice or your dialect? Nah, it's just like, they not saying this, and Snoop or like this is.
I enjoyed it from a creativity.
For sure, which me too, like, but I don't know, and I can't use this platform and be like, yo, I liked it when I didn't. You know what I'm saying? But now Family Matters, that was his best one.
Right.
Where I was like, okay, nigga, you could drop this shit off in the club and motherfuckers is just like, okay, cool. And then just for Drake's brilliance as a whole, he has a diss track that people rock to and forget sometimes that it's a diss track. Back to back.
Back to back was the thing.
Oh man.
Back to back was the thing.
Not again, like that.
But he talked crazy on that.
Yeah.
He had bars all over that song. Like, so again, for me, not only was it a good song, but he had bars on it. Much like They Not Like that is a club banger. A diss record is a club banger right now,
Right.
like across the country.
They was playing that song, They Not Like Us, on TNT.
Yeah, they was.
And I said, hold up. And I rewinded it. I said, not they got a diss track where, okay, they playing this song on an outro. You know what I mean? But with so many different phases and elements that we obviously know the Drake and Kendrick, beef. Would you say that beef is dangerous, or was it competitive?
It was competitive in the end. I thought it was reckless. The family, you got real personal about it. There were lots of people who said this is like there's two mega stars worth millions of dollars. Really, you talk about slinging mud or whatever, like talking shit about each other, throwing allegations around that are career-ending, possibly, if true. Mm-hmm. You're saying domestic abuse and pedophilia, like those things.
You can't fuck with that.
Those two things end people's careers. You get canceled in a minute. So, in the midst of the heat of the battle, it could have went too far in that regard, especially if you're throwing about allegations without the receipts, because you're just throwing out stuff. Mm-hmm. And then, if you are a marginal Drake fan or a marginal Kendrick fan, if you believe that to be true, you've just now given them enough reason not to listen to whichever side. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's giving you enough impetus. Oh, I don't mess with domestic abuse. I ain't listening to him. I don't mess with people who mess with kids. I ain't messing with him. And I was like, ultimately, if the goal was to end a career, you probably could have helped do that.
This show is brought to you by Betterhelp. When life goes so fast, it's imperative that you take a moment to celebrate your wins and make adjustments for the rest of the year. Therapy can help you take stock of your progress and to set achievable goals for the next 6 months. It's helpful for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself. It isn't just for those who've experienced major trauma. If you're thinking about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited for your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional cost. Get it off your chest with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/funky today to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/funky.
But I just think, again, the battles used to be about lyrical ability. I'm better than you. Who got better bars? Who can make the better song with the better bars? And of course, it's gonna be, shit talking. But you start talking about people's parents.
I can't
kids.
Listen, I can't. In the South. That was a verbal spar.
Yeah.
Like I've not witnessed, but been in a city where this beef was not safe. Yeah. Gucci and Jeezy. Mm. That shit was like, hold up. Who hosting this party? Jeezy? Okay, Gucci gonna be there?
Nope.
Nah, I'm not going. Nah, I'm not going to that.
Right.
Even when they did their verses, that shit looking at it didn't even feel safe. Let alone, you know what I'm saying, the whole beef for that. So I'm looking at it like, when I was witnessing the Kendrick and Drake, first off, is it over?
It should be.
Okay, who won?
Kendrick.
Okay, cool. All right, we're gonna say
K-Dot.
Now, with that, I was saying to myself, this is a competitive beef. Mm. This was not something that I was like, hold up, somebody got to check on Drake or check on Kendrick because they about to kill somebody. Now, when you start talking about another beef, Quavo and damn Chris Brown, that's something that I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. Nah, they dropping some shit where it's like, it's on site type of theory. Right. I still think Drake and Kendrick can commingle, you know what I mean? Be at the same festival, be at the same city, and no furniture gonna be moved. That's just
no furniture.
Me specifically. But when I'm looking at Quavo, Chris Brown, I can't say that. Looking back over the years,
Is that about maturity?
I don't know if it's maturity. It's the people too.
People around the people or the individual?
Okay, Nas and Jay-Z. Do you think that was safe?
That was nasty.
That was competitive, or was that?
It was absolutely competitive, and then it got personal, just like this one. It got real personal, and to the point where, and most people don't remember, as we talked about J. Cole apologizing and moving out of it, Jay-Z apologized for some of the stuff he said.
But was that during the beef, or
no, it was that kind of as it subsided.
For sure.
Yeah,
because I'm sorry to cut you off, but I remember the final stamp of okay, they're not beefing no more, was Rock Boys in the City Tonight. Nas was in that music video. You know what I'm saying? So it was okay, they cool. Another beef that I'm this shit is not safe, Rick Ross and 50 Cent. I would hate to be in a section or a club to witness this. What would happen if that would have, you know what I'm saying?
That's unfortunate. Because again, what we doing this for?
Yeah.
What we in it for? I mean, I'm in it for the culture. I'm damn sure in it for the check. You know, to provide a future for me, my family, safety. You know what I'm saying? What? And if again you're gonna say it's about me being the best, you can do that without furniture being moved.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'll say this though. This is what makes hip hop and rap music a one-of-one type of genre. Because there's no other genre. Think about it. R&B, gospel, country, jazz, whatever, where people, it's competitive verbiage or slander, potentially, right? I'm looking at, I ain't never seen Kenny Chesney fucking beefing with no Garth Brooks. What the fuck that record would look like? You know what I'm saying? Or an R&B where you have a R&B situation where you have Tyrese beefing with Genuine. You know what I mean? They may have had some disagreements, but nothing about it showed okay, we ain't gonna talk on it or speak on it.
But that's the bravado of hip hop. That's from go. If you were an MC from the beginning of hip hop, your goal, your claim, even if you didn't believe it, I am the best MC. Period. And being an MC was, the evolution of the MC was, I want my bars to be better. I want my songs to be better. I want people, again, that,
Yeah.
if I give you who gave you the most in your life?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Was it Hov? Did Hov say something? I go, whew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Was it the wordplay? Was it the triple entendre? What was it? And that was a goal and aspiration of every MC from start. I'm going to be the best MC, period. Lyrically. There was only one way to do that back then. It was lyrically. It wasn't about songs. So the evolution now is that there are people who make songs, and they're some of the biggest artists on earth.
Yeah.
Some of them, bars are a little shaky, but they know how to make great songs.